Hello everyone, it's Vandiril here. So 2 or 3 weeks ago I've seen a Reddit thread of a guy that killed 100 dragons to test their spawn rate. His name was DSO182, so thanks for him. Some people suggested in that thread to actually try more dragons. Some people said I should try 2200 dragons, but I thought it would be like a little bit too much for me. So I decided I'll try to test the spawn rate for 500 dragons. But I did it a little bit different than DSO. So he was checking 5 dragons in each game and also checking the double and triple dragons per game. And what I did was actually just entering the game, checking the dragon and quitting it right away. And doing that 500 times. So one of my friends, Thomas Not Kench, did 100 dragons for me, and the other friend Muntos did 32. So all I needed to do was just to test 368 dragons. So that itself was like 7 hours, maybe like 8. Not the most interesting thing I've ever done, but I hope it has some scientific value. So let's get straight into the results. So the results were pretty interesting. So out of 500 dragons, we got 108 cloud dragons, 126 infernal dragons, 134 mountain dragons, and 132 ocean dragons. So right now you may think, holy shit, only 108 cloud dragons? Rito must have fucked up the spawn rates or something like that. Riot, what is that? Holy shit, what is that? So I actually wanted to verify whether the results I got are statistically meaningful or not. So to do that, I used the method called chi-square statistic that also some people used in the previous thread. And to use that, you need the observed values and the expected values. So we know that expected value would be 125 because if you divide 500 by 4, it's obviously 125. So then we proceeded to count that by using the observed values, then reducing it by the expected one, using a square of that, and then dividing it by the expected value again, doing that 4 times for each dragon. At the end we got 420. Coincidence? Don't think so. So we got 420 divided by 125. So it turned out that our chi-square statistic is 3.36. Knowing that we have 3 degrees of freedom because we have 4 dragons and you reduce that by 1, so it's 3. Using the standard significance level of 0.05, we got a result out of the degrees of freedom as significance level of 782. And the 782 value was higher than our chi-square statistic, which is 3.36. If you want, you can also count the p-value. From what I've learned on the university, we didn't really do that, but as some people use that, I've also counted that, and it was higher than our significance levels. So after counting that, we are ready to get our interpretation that I used, also inspired by the Rioter post from the previous Reddit thread, which would be, we failed to reject the null hypothesis that the counts are equal across dragon types. So what does that mean, guys? Because some of you may not understand that. So basically, getting the data I got from the 500 dragons, there is actually no reason to think that the spawn rates are not good. So everything looks really good. The results are legit, far from being like random or so. So you don't have to worry. Riot did a good job according to my calculations. So we can actually move forward, because I also did one more thing. So I did the 500 dragons, but with 5 different champions. So I had a Brand, Janna, Malphite, Nami, and Teemo. You may be wondering why. So I've decided I will pick one champion from each of the dragon types. So I picked the Brand as a fire representative, Janna as a cloud one, Malphite representing the mountain dragons, Nami the ocean ones, and I also picked Teemo, because why not? So let's start with the Teemo. Teemo, when I played Teemo, he mostly got infernal dragons. Well, that's pretty easy to explain, because Teemo should burn in hell, so that's the reason he got so many infernal dragons. Okay, so we have one done. Then the other one. When I played Brand, I mostly got the ocean dragons. But it's pretty easy to explain. Most of you probably played Pokemon in the past, or at least know the show, so you know that fire is countered by water. It's pretty easy rule in life too, so rather self-explanatory why Brand got most ocean dragons. But then why Janna got most mountain dragons and Malphite got most cloud dragons? Well, let's proceed to that. So, let's start with Janna. So Janna is a flying champion, right? And then mountain is basically a ground, right? It's hard to deny. So, as we know also from Pokemon, ground counters flying, so we have that one explained. But then, how does Malphite get countered by cloud? Well, let's see. Malphite is a rock. And as we know from Pokemon, flying counters rock. Everything is perfect. But wait. How does the Nami get countered by water? How does water counter water? So you may know that water in the planet can swirl in the toilet or bathtub two ways. It can swirl counterclockwise and clockwise. So let's see. Clockwise water, counterclockwise water. Let's remove the clockwise word now. What do we get? Water counters water. See? Pretty easy to explain, right? Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good day.